6:44, we're on top of breaking news this morning coming from Europe. A tragedy there. A passenger train carrying hundreds of people collided at high speed with an oncoming freight train in Greece. At least 32 confirmed dead at this hour, dozens more injured, nearly 100 injuries. Multiple cars derailed, at least 3 burst into flames. What happened just before this collision, that cause of why it happened is not known. 2 rail officials have been questioned by authorities. They have not been detained, though. Also breaking here overnight in Rochester, a man hit by a car in the city. That happened around 1:15 near Dewey Avenue and Glendale Park. The victim, in his 30s, did go to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police say the driver stayed on scene and did not get any tickets. They also say alcohol and drugs do not appear to have played a role in what happened. Looking ahead this morning, David Jakubonis, the war vet who attacked Congressman Lee Zeldin, then candidate for governor, is expected to speak publicly for the first time at court. Jakubonis rushed Zeldin at the VFW in Perrington last year at a campaign rally. Those who know him say he was struggling with a lot at the time. He was released to a PTSD and alcohol treatment program in Bath, monitored with an ankle bracelet and another measuring alcohol intake. He is set to appear in federal court again as he's still facing charges. But with successful completion of the treatment programs, he could get a more lenient ruling from the courts and possibly avoid jail time. Another developing case we've been following, a Rochester teen found guilty of burning a man alive in 2021. Adriel Riley is one of 2 teens going to spend years in prison for the death of 53-year-old Stephen Amenhauser. The teen was found guilty of murder and criminal possession of a weapon. Prosecutors say Riley, who was 14, and then 16-year-old Xavion Perry burned the victim alive at Amenhauser's home on Lyle Avenue. The victim died days later at the hospital. A 21-year-old man has been arrested after police say he had a gun on the campus of Monroe Community College. No shots fired, no one was injured. The man's name is Giovanni Page Moda, charged with criminal possession of a weapon and remains in custody. We have reached out to the college for comment. We're waiting to hear back on that response. Greece police want you to look at this video. They're asking for your help in identifying multiple suspects, at least 4, wanted for a smash and grab at a convenience store. On your screen now is that footage we got. Police tell us that white car used to smash the front doors was stolen. Happened at a store on Dewey Avenue. If you know anything about this or the 4 people there seen running in, you're asked to call the department at 585-581-4016. We're expecting a new update from state police later on today as troopers investigate what is simply just a strange crime. 15 to 20 trees, all stolen from one of our state parks yesterday. A caretaker at Beechwood State Park in Soda says tree saplings were taken off the grounds on a truck, and part of this was caught on camera. The caretaker, Salvatore Vitozzi, says the truck is from Aaron Preston's Landscaping in Ontario. As caretaker, he lives on the site. He has seen brazen things before that behavior, even acts of arson, but nothing like people stealing trees, ripping them from the ground, and he takes it all personally.
It doesn't give me good feelings, that's for sure. I'm actually a little bit surprised because, like I said, we did have some incidents in the past, but the word is spread that I'm out here and we do have cameras, and we have zero tolerance here for any kind of vandalism or crime, theft, anything. We have zero tolerance here.
Stay with our team, News 8, for more updates throughout the day on RochesterFirst.com once we hear from state troopers, and we're also trying to get a response from the landscaping company. There's a new federal bill in the works aimed at offering much more in healthcare resources to thousands suffering from 9/11 related illnesses. It's called the 9/11 Survivor and Responder Healthcare Funding Corrections Improvements Act. Among the lawmakers pushing for this, Senators Kirsten Gillibrand from New York, along with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. They say the legislation will support those who have been excluded from previous measures, like emergency service personnel who responded to the Pentagon and Shanksville. Governor Kathy Hochul says New York is making significant progress in the fight against gun violence, but she says more work still needs to be done. At a gun violence town hall in New York City, she said shootings are taking a massive toll on mental health for so many, especially neighbors living in communities like Buffalo's East Side, the site of the Tops mass shooting last year.
When people live in a neighborhood and senior citizens are afraid to go to the drugstore and pick up their prescriptions, little kids don't go to playgrounds anymore. It's not just because there might be broken glass but there's also the shells of guns that have been shot the night before and maybe some blood stains on the basketball court.
Hochul says New York actually had the lowest gun homicide rate among the 10 largest U.S. states for the year 2021. Following a historic blizzard in the mountains of northeastern Los Angeles, there's concern the melting snowpack may lead to heavy rain and more dangerous mudslides. There's a state of emergency for San Bernardino County as families up in the mountains are stuck in their homes. In the Sierra Nevada and Northern California, major highways are closed with a blizzard warning in effect as well. In the Carolinas, the jury in Alex Murdaugh's double murder trial will visit his estate today to see where Murdaugh's wife and son were shot to death in 2021. The prosecution and defense rested yesterday. They'll give closing arguments following that trip with the jury. A sale of the property is expected to close next week for about $4 million. 10 minutes to go until we hit 7 on this 1st of March. How about the weather for the first day of the month? Here's James.
You know, I don't think we need the boots for today.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Just regular shoes should work fine for you. Still a little chill out there. Numbers around 30 degrees, so we'll say hat, gloves, and maybe the heavy jacket. We do have a chance for rain in the forecast. That happens right around lunchtime, so we'll say 11 a.m. to 2 or 3 p.m. Don't be surprised if you are out and about driving around and you get a little pitter-patter on the windshield. You may have to move the blades a couple of times, but that's about it. Focus is Friday night and into Saturday. We'll take a look at that system with the 8-day forecast in about 10 minutes. Less than that at the end of the show. Brendan.
All right, thank you, James. Sunrise traffic at 6:50. Nothing new to report. Passing along, we'll have another update on the expressways on our cut-ins for CBS Mornings coming up about 7:25. Leaders at the Rochester Broadway Theater League have announced RBTL is taking over the whole auditorium center. Soon, they'll be running the full site at the corner of East Main and Prince Streets. RBTL has used the auditorium theater section for about 20 years. They've got big plans underway for restoration efforts and more renovations in the future. Adding the complex came with about $2.4 million to purchase it, and the fundraising efforts will continue. Millions more in funding is on its way to Strong Memorial Hospital to expand the emergency department. That follows last week's announcement of $1 million in federal help. Governor Kathy Hochul says this $50 million on top of that awarded to Strong to improve patient care. This is part of the statewide healthcare facility transformation program, which aims to reduce healthcare costs and improve overall health of the community. The expansion will triple the size of the emergency department so staff are able to care for patients more efficiently.
And I think given the pandemic, given the huge growth in emergency response required in New York State and the need for emergency departments, we believed that we were certainly, I think the state had us in mind when they were considering this grant.
In addition to benefits for patient care, the project will also create new jobs within the hospital and create more opportunities for work in construction jobs for 3 years of development as that's completed. Some state elected officials say the daily Medicaid rate has not been raised in nearly 15 years, and the deficit left is raising concern, particularly for nursing homes. The low rates affect everything from staff wages to medication, things residents and workers need to keep on going. Local Democratic State Senator Jeremy Cooney says we're at a breaking point. He's calling for a 20% bump in the rate for Medicaid, with that increase tied to inflation, so it rises each year. To the U.S. Supreme Court, the debate over President Biden using the COVID pandemic as a way to forgive thousands in student loans for millions of Americans. 6 states filed lawsuits pushing back, arguing the president overstepped his authority and made the decision without congressional approval. The Arkansas Attorney General, among those, Tim Griffin, says the president's plan is not a good one, but he is glad the conversation is being had.
Let's have a public debate about it. I think it's a bad idea, but here's the thing. There is a process that we have, and in this case, this is the reason we're in court is because we have a legal argument to make. You can't go to court and go, look, I have no legal argument, but it's just a bad policy. You can't do that.
There are about 43 Americans who could see some, if not all, of their student loans forgiven if the courts allow the program to go forward. That decision from the justice is not expected until earlier this summer. Big news coming out of Orchard Park. Defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier is taking a year off from coaching. There hasn't been any further explanation as to why Frazier is taking the season off, but he does want to get back to coaching again in the NFL. Whether that's in Buffalo with the Bills next year is an open-ended question. Head coach Sean McDermott could call the defensive signals Bulls coming up this season. He and the GM Brandon Beane talked about the plan moving ahead.
If Sean decided to take over the play calling, you know, I've seen him do it for a long time. Great success. He's gone against some great quarterbacks in his day and offensive, you know, gurus that you have to beat. And so, you know, that would be great if that's the route he feels is best for us. You know, I'm going to support that and full faith that he would do a great job.
Of course, News 8 is your official home for all things Buffalo Bills this off-season. We'll have all the updates on the shakeup. Who's the new DC coming up on air in RochesterFirst.com and SNLs. Something else some people are talking about this morning. They're being compared to the Mona Lisa, the Dynasty Collection. 6 pairs of sneakers worn by NBA great Michael Jordan in each of the Bulls' championship wins in the 1990s. All up for sale at Sotheby's. The selling price could shatter records. The collection can be seen in person in Dubai through the end of the week. And they are signed as well, and they are used, official. But
yeah,
man, what some people will pay for those, and then you got to figure out where you're going to put them.
So are they sold in the collection or each one individually, I wonder?
I wonder. I have to check on that. Maybe it's the full collection, but man.
Yeah.
And then you can turn around, sell whatever you want with that after the auction.
I want to see them stay together. I like that.
I know.
You know, rather than split off. Unless you went to one of those championship games, maybe it means more to you.
He's doing okay financially, MJ.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just fine.
Still playing basketball inside.
yes.
As the gyms stay warm there. A bus stop forecast here. Mostly cloudy, temperature starting off around 30. We'll finish in the upper 30s there. An isolated shower or two going to be possible through early this afternoon, so that 2 p.m. bus stop, maybe a sprinkle or two. But otherwise, Friday and into Saturday, Brennan, we're going to keep watching it. Looks like accumulating snow Friday night.
Updates on that with us at noon, and tomorrow morning, News 8 at sunrise. Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings coming your way next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.